Good morning. Happy Tuesday. So my name is Mackenzie, and I'm a recovering addict and alcoholic. And it's been a true blessing to be with you guys for the last 4.5, going on 5 years now, one day at a time. My sobriety date is February 14th of 2012, and for that I am truly grateful because it is only by the grace of God that I have any sober time now. So a little bit about me. I started drinking whenever I was 11 years old. Okay. Once I got into college, I started doing drugs on top of drinking, and I thought it was making my life easier. It wasn't. It was actually it was making life harder. We never realize in our addiction how much harder we're making our own lives. And looking back on it now, I realized how many people I actually hurt whenever I was in my addiction. Also, whenever we're in our addiction, we're generally satisfied just to hurt ourselves. We don't think about who else we're hurting, the people around us, family, friends, things like that. So yeah, the last 4 years have been a struggle, but it's a struggle that's worth fighting for. In sobriety. I can tell you that 4 years being sober, I hadn't worked a program. I hadn't been to Alcoholics Anonymous, not until we got the Higher Power group started. Hadn't worked the steps, hadn't got a sponsor, anything like that. Wasn't working a program. But after a ladies' retreat that I went to this past April, I did get a sponsor, and I did work the steps, and I did start working a program. And I couldn't dream of a better life. I have a wonderful life today, and that's a direct result of working the steps. Not saying that it's all going to be sunshine and rainbows when you get sober, because that's not the case. Life is still going to happen on life's terms. But having worked the steps, whenever you work the steps, it gives you coping skills. I use these steps in my day-to-day life, and they really do help. Being in the program of Alcoholics Anonymous has given me coping skills to deal with whatever life has to throw at me, whatever circumstance happens to come my way. I feel like I can walk through it with a little bit of dignity and grace today because of the program, because I've worked my steps, because I have a strong support system now. I have a lot of friends in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I choose to call them my chosen family, because that's exactly what they are to me. Like I said, I have a wonderful life, and I've recently, through working the steps, I feel like I've become closer to a power greater than myself. I choose to call him God. I've read the big book, and if you haven't read it, you need to. Like, it's part of the program. And one thing that really stands out to me in the big book is in chapter 5 of how it works. The ABCs, the ABCs. You got, A, we're alcoholic and we cannot manage we were alcoholic and we could not manage our own lives. B, that no human power could relieve us of our alcoholism, and C, that God could and would if he were sought. Seek out God, seek out your higher power, and he'll help you. If you turn your will and your life over to the care of a God that you understand. I do that every morning. And sometimes I have to say throughout my day, thy will, not mine, be done. Because when you align your will with God's will, your life will be I'm not saying it'll be perfect, but it'll be pretty damn close if you align your will with God's will. You will be a happy, happy person. So I think I've rambled on enough. So thanks for listening to me. I got to get my rear end in here and go to work. So you guys have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. Give it all over to God. You'll have a blessed day. Love you guys. Bye.